Hey besties. Okay, so there were quite a few good suggestions in the comments of the last video. And then I also had some, personal gripes with a few sims that I definitely had to add to the list. And so this first sim was not a suggested sim, but it was a sim that I knew I had to do since I did her roommate in the last video. And so this sim, Ulrike, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And like she has such a cool like aesthetic, but like she just needs help, like especially because like we got like tattoo update with businesses and hobbies. Like you can literally make like any kind of tattoo you want. Also, I just had like custom tattoos, a full chest tattoo and like full sleeves. I wanted to make sure she was like heavily tatted, so I did like a full body one. So I think this one's quite fun because it has a mixture of like different types of tattoos, but she's like really covered, so I think it's like perfectly her aesthetic because she is an artist. So I wanted her to look a little bit alternative because that's kind of what she looks like anyway, but still with like an emphasis on her being an artist. And so I gave her like a little eyebrow slit because I think that's fun. And she actually has a good face. She just needed assistance, like really, really badly, like extremely badly. And so like I wanted to make sure her makeup was like a little alternative, but definitely also a little creative, but also a little subdued. Like there was three things that I was trying to balance there, because I don't think she's like the most alternative person to like ever exist or that I've ever made. Like that wasn't really the goal. Like she was supposed to be like lightly alternative, if that makes sense, because I still wanted to keep true to like what she actually like looked like before the makeover, and I'm a little too strict with it as per usual. So I didn't want her to be like completely alternative like dress wise, so I wanted to balance it out, just make it a little bit more subtle than I feel like I probably would have if I was doing it like for myself. But I couldn't really figure out what hair I wanted to give her because she has short hair, well, like medium hair, right? And so I was really like scouring to find a medium hair that I think fit her vibe and also kind of looked like the hair that she had before. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just pretend that we didn't see the medium hair from before and let's just go long, because I think long hair really fits for her. Like I think it makes a lot of sense actually, like the long black hair, like it really looks nice with her aesthetic. And so I tried to sort of change up the color later on once I like decide on a hair, but like the black hair really does just like fit her. I think it looks really nice. And I was trying to be a bit like brave and bold with some of these choices, but like ultimately I found a hair that like really just worked for her face shape and also just like her vibe. It's kind of a bit more like carefree, I guess. Like I think you can see that. Initially I was going to go with like the half shaved head, but again I don't think that she's that alternative. Like I really don't think so. Like I would if I was making her for like myself, like if I was doing this makeover without like the guidelines that I had set for myself of trying to keep like the general essence of the person, especially for this particular makeover. Like I just want them to look like they got a little bit of assistance, but not necessarily that they're like changing a lot about themselves, but just to make themselves look better, you know? And so I tried this like red hair and it looked really nice. I will admit it did look really, really nice, but like I think the black looked best, truly. Like I think it worked perfectly. It was very much like just alternative enough, but it wasn't like too much. And so like clothing wise, I kind of wanted something a bit more like Pinteresty, if that makes sense. Like it's definitely like a Pinterest outfit kind of. And so it's like this corset with these like fluffy sleeves and this like cute skirt, and then she has like lace stockings and some boots that look really cool. And I think it just works. Like it's like perfectly her. And I wanted to keep it purple because, you know, like before the makeover, she was wearing like a purple shirt. So I wanted to keep that going. And I changed her hair back to black. So, but like with like a little bit of purple in it. Like, so it's like more of like a dark indigo, I guess. But it looks really nice. It looks really nice because it looks like the type that like it'll look black inside, but then when you go outside, it looks like purple. And I thought that was perfect. And then we move on to the next sim, which is Yuki, which was a suggested sim from the last video. And she was definitely on the list because that hairstyle is so bad. Like, it did not age well. And like, no hate to that like blue-green turquoise shade, but like it does not do it anymore. Like, I've seen that color too much. It no longer sparks joy for me. So I definitely wanted to do something different, but like, I wanted to keep the vibes going because I'm pretty sure she, just like her sister, is supposed to be like a DJ of some kinds, I think. And so I wanted their looks to be a little bit more like personalized and more like a brand, not like a brand, but like, you know what I mean? Like a signature, I guess would be the right word, because like usually DJs kind of go by their signature, like that Marshmallow Man. The Marshmallow Man, like I literally don't remember the name, but like, you know, the Marshmallow Man, like it makes sense. And so I had Candy be a little bit more interesting in her like makeover in the last episode, I guess, if you want to call it that. And so this one I wanted Yuki to be a bit more like kawaii too, like a kawaii DJ a little bit. Because I thought that would just be cute. Like I saw this cute hairstyle, I got it recently and I thought it was so adorable, and I needed to change the color because again the blue color was just not it. But I didn't use like a Simandy hair, so I was still sort of trapped in the little bit of options that we have normally. So I figured this like blonde color would work. I think it's a lot more modern than that like turquoise color. And so I wanted to, like, I was fully committing to the more like kawaii type DJ here. So I wanted to use those like, I guess leg warmers, I guess they would be considered that. And I gave her like a little purse because I still remember when Pink Panthers came on her like, I think it's her Tiny Desk concert with her purse, like she was ready to go. And I was like, this diva, like that's so iconic. Like I really enjoy those. And so I think that both Candy and Yuki are probably moderately famous in their world. So obviously their signature means like a lot, and like their aesthetic and brand means a lot to them. And at first I was going to put like the headphones on, but like I thought it would take away from like the little ponytails, like the pigtails. So I just kept the like around the neck headphones, which makes sense for a DJ because they usually don't typically have the headphones on. And then the next sim is Catarina Lynx, and this sim had to be here. Like there was no possible way for her not to be here. Like her face needs assistance, her aesthetic needs assistance, everything about this lady needs some help. Like it just, she has one of the like most unfortunate outfits and hair and faces I think in The Sims. So she definitely needed the assistance badly, like so badly, like immediately. And so I just wanted to readjust her face a little because it always looks off to me, and like I really needed to fix that. And so I wanted to keep her like roundish face, right? Like she doesn't have a very angular face, which is interesting. If she's a cat lady, like why didn't she have an angular face? But like, you know what, that's none of my business. I didn't make the sim. But I just feel like there was a bit of like oversight there. Like they should have made her look like a cat if she's gonna be like a cat lady, more so than just like the weird cat ear hair that they put her in and like the cat outfit. And so I like her features, I like her freckles, I like her hair color, I like her eye color, but it's like the face shape really just needs some assistance because I kind of moved all of her like eyes and like her nose. I moved her eyes up, I moved her nose down, and then I tried to make her lips a bit rounder and like bigger. And so yeah, the rest of the face kind of needed to be readjusted to fit that. And I wanted to, of course, keep like her hair and everything. I wanted to keep everything. I wanted to also make sure that she felt very like, I like cats. So I tried to really make that apparent in the outfit, but not in the way that they made it. You know what I mean? Like not in that way. Because we didn't need it like that. Like it could have been cute. It really could have been. Like this cute little like black cat sweater. Like that's cute. I like that. And then I also give her like a little tote bag with a cat on it. Like that's adorable. I think that's very nice. And it's perfect. Like it's a perfect little nod to what her interests are without it becoming like her, not just her entire personality, but like her entire life, literally. Like, it already is her entire personality. Like surely she can get a little bit of something different for the rest of her. Like the tote bag is perfect, the sweater is perfect, everything else is not perfect. It's actually a little bit too far. And then the next sim is Vanessa Jong, and I don't think that she's ugly, but I do think that her outfit and her hair is terrible, and so therefore she is very much on the list. She was not a suggestion either, but I saw her hairstyle and I said no. Like she doesn't deserve that. She deserves better. Like she's supposed to be like this new up and coming actress or celebrity or whatever. Like surely she would look a little better, you know what I mean? She has to look better to make it in this place. So like why would they have her in that terrible haircut? Like it was awful. And then like it's the same turquoise color as Yuki. Like why do they love that color? It's not good. It's not, I don't even think it was ever good. I'm gonna be that brave and controversial to say that. I don't think it was ever nice. I never cared for that color. I don't understand it. But I realize that they really do use it a lot. Like it's not that good. It's not. And clearly I think so, because there's 2 sims with that hair color in this lineup. So that really does check out actually. But like this is just so much better. Like the like platinum blonde, like if you want to look at artificial hair color, like that just looks better to me. Plus I think it's much more of a hair color that you see in our day and time right now. Not that you even saw that like turquoise color in 2014 or like 2017. Like you didn't. So I don't know where this came from, but I needed her to look better, okay? I needed her to look so much better because again, she's supposed to be this like up and coming celebrity, influencer, actress, one of those things, and she lives in Del Sol Valley. Like she would not have on that terrible outfit. Like it would not work. Like it just wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense actually. So I think this makeover, especially for her, was like a gigantic improvement because what did they have sister in before? Like it was just so bad, like the worst thing I've seen. But I couldn't really decide for her clothes if I wanted to be like super fancy or like super casual, because I was kind of doing right here like a little bit more of like a sort of red carpety, I'm going to a party type outfit vibe. And then I was like, well, let's just do like an everyday one. Let's maybe tone it down a little bit. But then I'm also like, she kind of gives a little bit like 60s. I think it's the hair. Like I really adore this hair. They're gonna have to take it from me actually. But like it kind of was giving a little retro vibe. And so like, let's just like lean fully into that. And so I gave her like a cute little vintage dress with these like flower heels, and I definitely also give her a bag because I'm also addicted to giving my Sims bags now. I got like I think 3 bags and then a tote bag. Like, oh, be sick of me. Actually, you're probably already sick of me because I've been doing it for like 2 months now. But like, it's so much fun. And then the sim is the last sim, and also definitely needed to be here and was a suggestion from the last video, and it's l.faba. And good lord, what have they done to her? Like, I know I say this every time I make her over in like the Townies by World makeovers, but like, good lord, what were they thinking? Who did this? Like, and it's like, her name is a nod to Wicked, right? So like, okay, that's fun, that's cute, but like, she doesn't look anything like l.faba either, so it's like, I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity there. So instead of making her green, I made her purple, since like her color is very much purple. I figured it'd be cute to make her purple instead of green. And also, she just needs to look better. Like, I don't know who made her. I still am confused by that, and her hair looks awful, like just terrible. I'm pretty sure it's a base game hair, and it's like, why did we do this? Like, who hated her? Like, who hated her when they made her? But also, I just think like Glimmerbrook Townies were some of the worst looking Townies. Like, there are some good ones, like Grace Anansi and Tomax. They don't look bad. I don't think they look bad. But like, most of the Charm, actually the entire Charm family, and then l.faba just look very very like, I don't no thanks. Morgan looks great, Simeon is there, but like l.faba got like the worst of it. Just the worst of it. Again, I don't know who hated her on the team, but god, it's really bad. And so I was sort of really leaning into really referencing l.faba from Wicked, not like a lot, but just because like that's where the name came from. And previously, I think the last 2 times I made her over, I had not yet seen Wicked at all, or like consumed any Wicked media, so I really didn't get it. Like, I just knew that it was a reference, but I did not know what it was a reference to, like, personally. But now I know. Like, now I'm like fully like in on the Wicked media. Like, I'm very much there. I'm like a reporter on the ground. Like, I've watched the trailers, I have the soundtrack, like, we're so locked in. And so like, now I know what it was referencing, so I want her to look better, because I think it's offensive to l.faba that she looks like this. Like, how are you gonna have her name and then look like that? Like, that was so offensive. Just terrible. Like, every time I think about what she looked like, it really irks me. And every time I've made her over, I always change what she looks like. Like, I try to keep it sort of the general vibe of like her facial features, kind of, but it's just so bad. Like, literally, I think she is like the worst looking sim that they've made, and that's saying something, because it's just like, the potential was really there. Like, you're making a witch, not just any witch either, like a mage, and you make her look like that. Like, just the opportunity was completely wasted. So bad. Like, the worst I've ever seen. And so I always keep her color purple, because that's literally, again, what her color is. But I usually use that like one really fun dress from like the pack, from the Realm of Magic pack. But I really wanted to like branch out and use something different. I didn't want to use this dress because I used it on the last witch that we made over, literally last video. And I was like, hey, I can't just fall into that trap again. But either I give her like black dress or like a purple dress. But I decided I wanted to sort of go in a different direction this time. And usually I go very like sleigh vibes for her. Like, it's very like pointy, very fun, very like sleek. But like, I decided to go in like the complete opposite direction this time. And like, especially because I know about Elf, but like, I don't think that she's actually bad. Like, I don't think she's a bad person. So like, I was like, what if we just make her not look like a bad person? Maybe she's just like a slightly more difficult teacher, or maybe a more like serious teacher, but she's not like a bad person necessarily. And so I wanted to dress her in a bit more of like a fun type of which vibe clothing, and so I went for like purple and green, and it's a bit more like whimsical than any other time that I've ever made her over. But I really like it. I think it's cute. And it's like her like redemption makeover, you know? And then these screenshots, I took them in Delta Valley, and I think everyone looks great. Like, I have yet to come out of one of these makeovers thinking that like I failed somebody, which is really good considering like who I'm making over. Like, these are the most in-need sims of a makeover that there is. So like I really like these. I do think they're like definitely an upgrade, and that they make a lot more sense stylistically for like who they are supposed to be. And I definitely like them. So let me know if you like them, let me know what you think about them, and also if you still have any more that you think desperately need a makeover, please do let me know. And I will see you in the next video.